I normally don't like crocheting multiples of things, but I have to tell you, doing it this way, making an entire basket of rubber duckies in a day was not that bad. Hey, it's Tammy, Crafty Mompreneur. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Today's video is a market prep challenge. And what are we market prepping? We are market prepping rubber ducks. But it's rubber ducks in a day. Like, how many rubber ducks can I crochet in one day? Now, I already know the answer to it because I forgot to record this intro like right before I started crocheting. And then the whole day I was just crocheting away. So I totally forgot. I can't really give you any more context or I'll give it away. But I want you to guess right now in the comments, how many rubber ducks do you think I'm going to be able to crochet in a day? With that, we're going to go ahead and jump into the footage that I filmed when I was crocheting rubber ducks all day long. So excuse the morning look here. I'm just still having coffee and everyone in the house is still asleep. So today I am starting I guess it's kind of a 24-hour challenge. No, I am not going to be crocheting for 24 hours, but this is a market prep challenge where I am going to see how many ducks, rubber duckies that is, I can crochet in a day. So I'm calling this challenge Ducks in a Day. And it's a market prep challenge just designed to help me, get ready for markets and do something fun. Anytime we crochet today, we're going to be making rubber duckies. I mentioned it in my last video, but I bought little trinkets off of Amazon. If you watched my last video, it'll be here. I mentioned those. So these are the little figurines I'm going to be pulling from for each time I want to crochet a duck. I'm just going to pull one out of here and grab the associated color. And the yarn I'm going to be using is Snuggles Lite. So now we're going to just make sure we have a good color selection for all these ducks. I don't think I have yellow, so I might use brunette for the yellow ones maybe, but we will see. I have this bag of Snuggles Lite. I also have more upstairs, so I'm just going to go ahead and sort through these and pull some colors and match them up to the ducks, and I'll show you when I get that done. Okay, I've pulled the yarn and I've tried to match up the color of duck to the yarn. So this is mainly for my own memory, so I can remember what I was planning to do. But yeah, so Snuggles Lite Rubber Ducky Challenge is on. How many ducks do you think I can make in a day? And we're going to just start this challenge from the minute I start crocheting my first duck and then until the same time the next day. So this is what we're working with. So I'm going to put all of these ducks back in my bowl and get ready to start. Oh, lost a duck. And then get ready to start the challenge. And I'm going to be using this color of brunette blanket for the beaks. So just add this over here and we're ready to go. So wish me luck on the Ducks in a Day challenge. Time to pick the first two colors off my Ducks in a Day challenge. And these will be crocheted on the treadmill. Okay, so for these two rubber ducks, I'm going to do for this sparkle, it's kind of a sparkle red one, I think. Close enough. We're going to do this color. And then we'll just use this yellow for that. It's brunette blanket, but it's okay. We'll see what the size difference is. But all right, we're going to start with treadmill crochet. This is the pattern we're going to be using. It's a free pattern on Instagram by Amateur Hour, I guess. It's just the one that I found that I like. I modify the beak a little bit, and we got our yarn. So let's see how many I can get done during my walk this morning. Okay, I got a red body done and the yellow body done, and I think it's been about 30 minutes. Let's see, hold on. It's got to cycle through. Burn 176 calories. Whoop, whoop. Okay, come on. Wasting time. 36 minutes to do two bodies up to the point where I need to stuff and put eyes on. So I'm gonna go grab two more colors of ducks and I'll be right back. So here's the gold for, it's kind of like a gold glitter. So we'll do that. And then for this one, I think I was going to do this, I think. I have to go back and watch. Hold on. Okay, so this is the more of the green one. So I have this one to go with that. The one of these that's more blue, I picked to go with that one. So we're going to do this one. I'm going to reset my treadmill to 0 and see how long it takes me to do these two. So I finished the gold one, and I went ahead and started the magic ring on this color because it's really hard to do a magic ring on the treadmill, especially with this yarn. So let's see. I think that one took me like 18 minutes to get to that point. So this is taking longer than the other ones, but that's okay. So let's see how long this one takes. A quick check-in. Yes, I was on the treadmill, okay? I have to like multitask, and that's why I crochet on the treadmill, but it works for me. All right, so here is what I got done. I did 3 duck bodies. They're ready for eyes, for stuffing, and then I only have one more round at the top. So I just put them all in this basket, and we'll finish those after breakfast and a shower. So that is where we're at, and the time right now is 8:21. So we'll see how this is gonna go. Any guesses on how many you think I'm gonna get done today? I don't know. There's the clock. Yeah. Any guesses? Drop them in the comments. How many rubber duckies you think I'm gonna get done? Okay, I'm gonna go breakfast, shower, and then I'll get back to these. Okay, I am back to crocheting. I haven't finished the other ones. I thought I would just make a couple more and then do all the like stuffing and stuff when I have a couple more done. So the last one I picked was green, so I'm just gonna use this kind of, I don't know, I forgot what color it is, but it's Chenille Home Slim green. I don't have any of the good green, so here we go. Okay, I think I actually already have this pattern memorized, and this is only the 4th duck that I've done in this video. No, this is the 5th. This is the 5th. I mean, I have made a couple others earlier in the month, but yeah, I think I'm gonna try and do this from memory so that I could watch something on my iPad while I crochet. Because I usually, if I'm not filming, I watch stuff on my phone so I can look at the pattern on my iPad, but I'm recording on this one, so I can't look at my phone and I can't look at my iPad. So anyways, I'm going to yeah, try and do this one. I'm not sure about the color for this duck, but I was actually considering doing like making it like a mallard color, but rubber ducks really aren't mallards, but that might be kind of cute. Maybe I'll do that. Is there one in there? No, maybe I'll do that one at the end for like a bonus one or something if I get tired of doing solid colors. We'll see. I did a different rubber duck pattern I think that a lot of people use, and it makes a bigger duck, and I just find that this size of duck is better for markets because it takes me like 30 minutes to make about. I think I charge 10 for them or something. So, I don't know. It seems to be a quick market make. For me anyways, I guess. But yeah. Let me see if I can remember here what I'm supposed to do next. Oh yeah, I remember. Okay. It's 7 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need one more. I did remember that part. I think I said this is a free pattern on Instagram, right? Pretty sure. So, story time. I don't know why, but I applied for the mini Scrappy Bear. Those of you that have been around my channel for a long time know that I've made many Scrappy Bears. And I saw that Cozy Crochet by Tasha is coming out with the mini version of the Scrappy Bear. And I just had it in my head that, man, that would be super cool to test because I have made so many of those bears. Surely I would get picked. Nope. Did not get picked. And that's okay. And I think it's probably because I don't really post on Instagram very much. And I don't ever really I don't have it anywhere that I'm a pattern tester or that I've done pattern tests. It's not really like a big thing for me is to do pattern tests. I've done a few, but not very many. And then as I was sitting here crocheting, I was like, I would get it done if I was picked, but, oh, hold on, I have to count this one. Ah, 9. Okay. So anyway, what I was saying is that, of course, I would get it done, but I think the universe works in different ways because, first of all, I'm doing this challenge, this rubber duck challenge, right? And then we have a little like mini staycation this weekend. I could do it on vacation. And then when I get back, I'm gonna have to edit and post another video. So maybe the universe just works in ways that I was not supposed to do that pattern test. Am I gonna buy the pattern? Yes, because who wouldn't want a little mini scrappy version of the Scrappy Bear, right? So I'm gonna buy the pattern and I'm gonna make mini ones. I already have a plan for it, as a matter of fact. It's okay that I didn't get picked to be a pattern tester. And I got upset for like 5 seconds and I was like, I really wanted to test that one. And then I was like, you know what? I started thinking about it. I'm like, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Back to the duck. Here it is so far. I need 9 stitches here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. So good. Wait, did I do that right? That was a decrease, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm back on track with my counts or whatever. So anyways, but moral of the story is that we all can't get picked for pattern tests. Even the ones that we think that we would be so qualified to do. We don't know what the pattern designer is actually looking for when it comes to pattern test. You know, who knows? Who knows? And so many people apply. Like, it's crazy. So I'm looking forward to, you know, seeing the pattern worked up and actually buying it because, you know, I have to make a mini Scrappy Bear, right? I'm gonna finish this duck and I will be back when it's done. Okay, so I lied. I'm not coming back when the duck is done. I'm coming back when the duck is to this point so that I can pick another one. And you know, I'm just making bodies right now. And then like when my basket gets kind of full, then I'm gonna finish the ducks and start like a second round. So this one is done enough. So we are going to pick another one. And I promise I'm not looking when I pick. We're gonna go with, I think this is light blue. Oh, light blue. I think that's light blue. I'm gonna go grab the light blue yarn. All right, so here's the yarn for this duck, and we're gonna see how I feel after this one and then maybe pick one more. And then start stuffing. We'll see. All right, oh, and I did do this entire green duck from memory. So I officially have the pattern memorized. So now I can watch stuff on my iPad. Okay, blue one is ready for eyes and to be stuffed and everything. So start to pick another duck. This one is like the blue sparkle. All right, I can't remember which one that was gonna be, so let's go find it. I'm pretty sure that this is the yarn I had picked for this one, so I mean, kind of like a slight against the white. I mean, I think that works. Yeah, all right. I will come back when this guy is done. I feel like this is going a lot faster than I thought it was going to, but I finished this one to the point where it needs to be stuffed, so let's pick another. We're on a roll here. I feel like I'm getting all of the like teal and blue. That. Yeah, I've done all, this is what I've picked so far lately. Can we get some pink and purple? Sheesh. All right, I'm gonna go grab this yarn and get started. All right, so this is the color we're gonna go with for this one. It's a little bit lighter, but I haven't used this one before to make a duck, so this is what we're going with, and I'll show it to you when I get it done. All right, this one, little mint green one is done. So my basket's almost full. Let me show ya. So my basket's almost full. So I think I'll do one more and then I will stuff and finish these off. Let's pick another one. Okay, I think that's at the pinkish one. It's hard to tell. Yeah, I think that's pink. All right, I'll have to, I don't remember which one this was. I think that's the rose one. All right, I'm gonna go grab the yarn. All right, so here's the yarn I'm gonna use for this one. And this will be the last one I do until I start stuffing. Okay, that one is done. I think maybe I wanna do one more. Let me pick one last one. White. Okay, the white one's done. And I think it's definitely time to stuff and finish off this basket. All right, so now we are going to stuff all of them. I think there's like 7 or 8. I can't remember how many I've done so far. I use 14mm eyes for this. But I also like to put felt behind the eyes. So I'm gonna cut some felt. I feel like it just makes them a little more secure. And I'm just using some old felt that, I don't know, I've had for a while. That I probably won't use for anything else, so. All right, that's good for now. All right, I'm gonna put all the eyes in and get them stuffed, and then I'll come back and I'll put all the beaks. Okay, first one ready for a beak, and I will come back and show you when they're all done. Okay, we are ready for beaks, and here is my lineup so far. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 so far. This is round 1. Hopefully, I'm hoping I can get a round 2 in. And so now 20 is my goal. we'll see if I can do 20. So I'm gonna get beaks on all these, and I'm gonna show you how I do the beaks on these because it's different than what the pattern says to do. So let me go grab the yarn. Okay, so this pattern, it's on Instagram, has you creating a beak separately and then sewing it on. But I feel like beaks are pretty easy to do. So here's how I do the beaks for these little ducks. I'm using Sweet Snuggles Lite for the actual ducks. And then I did a 6mm hook for them because some of the Sweet Snuggles Lite is kind of like velvety and I don't know, thicker than others. And so I usually use a 5.5, but I decided to go with a 6 for this one. But for Burnett, I use a 6.5, and so that's what we're gonna use for the beak. And all I do is I go into the plushie like diagonal from the first eye, so like right there, and I attach a piece of yarn and slip stitch, and then I single crochet the next, like I think it's 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and then let's see, maybe 4. No. And then I'm gonna go diagonal up to the top part of the beak, and then I'm going to flip the duck over and go into the row right above the beak and single crochet 1, 2, 3, and then I usually do like 1 more than the bottom 4, and then kind of turn the duck and then slip stitch back into, or like go back into this one and join it with a single crochet. And then to close the beak, I'm gonna just get that out of there. There we go. Okay. And then to close the beak, I just single crochet 3 across. 1, 2. Oh, this one might need 4. 3, 4. And then slip stitch and fasten off. Then you're kind of left with this. Kind of looks funny, right? Then you take this yarn tail, and this is where you like shape it a little bit. So I like to bring it in to right here and have it meet over here, and that kind of pulls it down a little bit. And then I come into the end of this one and pull that one down a little bit. And that's how I do the bill. I actually think that I'm not sure if I made it that big before. Anyway, that's how I do it. Now I'll just tie this off. And then loose the tail into the body. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah. Ah, it's not coming out. Oof, okay. This bill looks a little big because I used a bigger hook. Ugh. Okay, I think I might go down a hook size. I'm gonna look at the other one I did earlier. I'm gonna come out down here. I like to tie these together, so I'm gonna take this one back. Go back in, same hole, go back into the same hole, come out the same hole. and then tie these together. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. 1, 2, trim down the end, and then press that back in. Goodbye, little tail. Get in there. Why isn't it hiding? Why is that doing that? I don't think I went in the right way. There we go. No, why is it coming out? There. And there's a little rubber ducky. Now I'm gonna go, hold on. Okay, so I made this one earlier the other day, and I feel like I used a different yellow too. That's what it is. I like this color better. Hold on, I gotta go get the other color because I feel like this is thicker. Okay, so this is the yarn I used before, and this is much denser, and so it's making the bill bigger. I feel like I like this one better. So I guess this one I'm gonna leave. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go ask my daughter which one she likes better. I could use this if I size down on the hook, maybe. I would ask you guys, but it's gonna be too late by the time this video comes out. I need to finish this today, so there's no asking the audience on this one. So I'm gonna go ask my daughter and see what she thinks, and then I'll come back and tell you guys what she said. Okay, consensus, too big, and she likes this one better. So this yarn was bye-bye, and I'll be using this. So let's try it again. This is not part of the challenge. All right, let's do this again. I'm gonna try, I don't remember if I used this hook or not. So let's just use the same hook. Try it with this yarn. Let's see if it goes better. Okay, so same thing, diagonal. So for this one I did enter 1, 2, 3. And then you go to the bottom there, I think. Nope. Go diagonal. So I did enter 1, 2 stitches, then diagonal, then turn, then do 1, 2, 3, and then 4 on the diagonal back down. And then we can go and combine them. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if that's better. And then fasten it off. All right, let's see if this one looks better. Oh yes, that's much better. All right, so now we need to bring it down. Bring it down. And then I'm gonna bring it back out on this side, just to pull it down a little bit. And then I'm going to come up here to the end, hold this down a little bit. I think you just kind of do it till you like the way it looks. That's what I do. I don't know. Even this is easier than making a tiny beak and then trying to sew it on, I think. I would much rather do this surface crochet a beak on, even if I have to finagle it a little bit. There, that's better. Let's see if I can meet it up with this one. That tiny little tail. Note to self, leave a longer tail. Yes. Okay, that one looks gooder. That one looks gooder. All right, let's look at, now let's compare what we got going on. There we go. Okay, so there's this one. It's got fuzz all over. All right, so yeah, this one looks much better. Yeah, okay, that one looks much better. More like that one. So that is the dealio with the ducks. So this one's just gonna have an abundantly big bill, and that's okay. All right, I'm gonna go do the rest of these beaks, and all of these ducks will be done. So I will be back. Okay, here is my basket of ducks for round 1. Now we're gonna start round 2. I'm gonna go put all of this yarn away. Okay, here's what we have left as far as colors of ducks. So let's pick the next duck. That is like a sparkle, white sparkle. I can't remember which one I did for that, but I will go grab it. Pretty sure it was this gray, light gray color that I was gonna do for that one. So I'm feeling pretty good. Like my wrist isn't hurting at all. I feel like it's only what, 3 o'clock? Not even 3 o'clock yet. And yeah, I think I'm gonna, I say that I think I want to do 20, but here in about 2 hours, I'm gonna have to figure out dinner. So that's gonna be a couple hour process of cooking dinner and having dinner and cleaning up after dinner and all of that. So I'm not sure what we're gonna end up with, but we know the count right now is 10. And we're starting number 11. So I will check back in with you when I have some more progress. Okay, my phone is plugged in and charging, so I can't really record much, but here is the silver gray duck ready to stuff and put eyes on. So we're gonna set that aside and pick a new color. And we're gonna do another yellow rubber ducky. I didn't want to do another plain yellow duck, so I'm gonna use this Fluffy Flex in yellow to do the next yellow duck. So we'll see how it turns out. Okay, I had to stop and make some marinade for some beef jerky my husband's making or something. I don't know. So anyway, here is this duck. It is a lot bigger because this yarn is thicker. So I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but it's another one done. So let's pick another duck. Purple, right? Is that one purple? Yeah. We might be playing yarn chicken with this one because this is all I have. Well, no, wait. I think I have one more skein of this purple upstairs. So, but let's just see if we can get a whole duck out of this much yarn. Okay, purple one's done. This is, and this is how much I had left. So, yeah. These actually don't take that long. I think I'm going to time myself on the next one and see how long it's taking me now to get this far into it. This morning it was like 18 minutes, so I'm going to see if I've gotten faster. Okay, let's get another color for me to work on. Get a good one. All right, I think that's the purple one. Yes, that is the purple one. So the purple one is this color, which I haven't done this color yet, so we're good. All right, so I am going to time myself on this one. I will be time-lapsing it though, so that this isn't 15 minutes of footage or 20 minutes of footage or however long it takes. So I'm going to put you on a time lapse and we're going to see how long it takes to make the rubber duck up to the point where it needs to be stuffed and needs eyes. So let's see if I've gotten any faster. Okay, so 14:42 is what I did with this one. Had it not been for this knot, I think I would have done it in under 14, but maybe even 12 because this knot kept coming up. So, so between 12 and 14 minutes, depending on like if yarn is tangled or whatever. But yeah, this knot was not it. But that's pretty good, 15 minutes. And then, so, you know, 15 minutes of whatever. I was definitely like speeding through it. Not bad, not too shabby. What time is it now? 4:39. So I think I'm gonna stop at 5. So I think I have time for one more for now. And then let's throw that in the basket. Throw that in the finished. And let's pick one more and see what color we get. I think that's like coral or light pink. I think that's light pink. All right. I'm gonna go grab the light pink yarn. Okay, so this is what I have for light pink. I'm sure it's enough. But we will make this one and I will check in with you later, depending on dinner situation and all of that. But I'm not sure if 10's gonna happen. I'm not sure. We're gonna be making more ducks tonight, so I'll check in with you guys later. All right, this is all the pink I have left. And here it is. And let's pick another one real quick. Okay, blue. All right, not sure if this is gonna be enough, but I'm gonna make sure I have enough before I start it and see if I have more upstairs. I think it will be, but before I start, I wanna be sure. I thought I would do a quick little change of scenery check-in for you guys because you've kind of just been seeing me crochet all day, and this is kind of the, not necessarily the midway point, but we're on the, you know, at the tail end of this. Still got a night of crocheting and then probably a little bit in the morning of crocheting rubber ducks before my 24-hour period is up. And we're making good progress. Dinner's already done, so I don't have to worry about that. And if I decide to skip cleaning the kitchen tonight and just crochet, I could get some more done. But right now I got to take a quick break to run and pick up our Sam's Club order because we were almost out of dog food, and you know, there's just some things that I needed to get. And rather than go in the store, I find that I don't spend as much money when I do pickup orders as when I actually go into the store. So let's hope that the pickup order line is not as long as it was one time that I went, and we waited like 30 minutes for a pickup order, which is not normal. Like, it's usually about 5 or 10 minutes. So hopefully it is that kind of pickup and I can come right back and do a little bit maybe of cleaning the kitchen, but everyone's kind of on their own for dinner tonight. We're just doing salads and like chicken strips in the air fryer. And so that is the check-in. I'm happy with how many I've done so far, and I'm still hoping to get at least 20 done. So fingers crossed for that, but I guess we'll just wait and see. So I'm gonna go now and go get our order. I thought I would show you these little bunnies. Like, look, can you see the bunny right there? I can't zoom in anymore. But our next door neighbor has this patch of grass, and these bunnies love to like just sit out on it. I wish I could get closer. But these bunnies actually live in some bushes in our front yard, so we see them also. But yeah, they're just cute little guys. Sometimes there's like 3 or 4 of them in that little patch of grass. Oh, there he goes. It's so cute and small. Okay, that's enough for now. Off to get the groceries. Okay, this is what I have left. I technically can't do that one, that one, that one. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and call it for tonight. I might do this one, and then I think I have a dark purple one, so I'm going to do those two. And that's probably going to be it for tonight. I don't think I can do any more. I'm getting tired of making ducks. So that's going to probably do it for tonight, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Okay, so it is Friday, and yesterday was the day that I spent crocheting all of the ducks, and I finished off 10. And I have this to go through and basically just stuff and put eyes on is all I have left to do. So I'm counting these as part of the crochet, how many ducks did I crochet in a day challenge, because they were crocheted in the day. But I do have to go through and finish these up, and then we will have a final total of how many there are. I actually don't even know because I kind of lost count, and like this one wasn't on the counter, so it wasn't part of the original yarn, but I think everything else was. This was the only yarn I decided not to use, so I don't know, I just wasn't sure about this color of rubber ducky. This is all the ducks that I crocheted, and then these were the ones that were left. So I feel like that's a pretty good number, but we will see in just a few. After I get all those ducks finished, I'll come back with the final tally and we will wrap up this video. All right, so I thought I would just go ahead and cut up a bunch of these little squares, and these are the little things that I put on the back of the safety eyes to make them a little more secure. I don't know, I just feel like it makes them more secure. Whether it does or not, I mean, I've pulled on them and I feel like it does. So yeah, they're just little pieces of felt, and I just kind of clip a tiny hole in the middle. I mean, I don't know, I think it helps. Makes me feel better about it anyways. And I don't think I'm going to be recording much because there's a dehydrator going. If you can hear that buzzing and that loud noise, that's what that is, and I can't turn it off, and this is where I work. So we're just going to go ahead and get all these ducks done. I'll put it on time lapse, but I'm not sure how much of the time lapse will show up just because it might take a while. I mean, this is kind of a lot of plushies to finish, and then we will get this done. Okay, I am finishing up. This one is number 7, and I still have these to go. So that was about 30 minutes of time lapse. So I think that's probably enough time lapse. You're probably sick of that. So I'm just gonna come back on when I'm finished with them, because I have no idea how long this video has been or how long it's going to be. But all I have left to do then is however many more is in the back. I think 3 or 4 are in there. And then I have to put on the beaks. So I'll time myself and see how long. I'm guessing it's going to be in about another 30 minutes maybe. So I will come back in a few and we'll wrap up this video. Okay, I have finally finished all the ducks for my market prep challenge of how many ducks can I crochet in a day. And I'll be honest, technically this was more than one day because I did all the crocheting and I would say a day, but then I had to go back and put on the beaks and crochet them shut. So there was a little bit of crocheting. So it's a little bit over a day, but you get the gist of it. It's totally fine. So all the clips, and if you guys were keeping track, no, I don't even think you'd be able to tell because I didn't film every single one that I did. So go ahead and drop in the comments right now, how many ducks do you think I crocheted in a day? So I decided that I was going to use my Sweet Snuggles Lite yarn for this challenge because I remember when I was making these for markets last year for my last market season, they just make a really good size. And so I wanted to use that type of yarn for this particular challenge. And I forgot how much I love crocheting with Sweet Snuggles Lite. And then I get on Instagram this morning and I see that Premier has a new line of yarn that just released today. And from what I've been seeing already, it's supposed to be the same weight and be able to use it with Sweet Snuggles Lite and Chenille Home Slim. So I was like, genius. That, I mean, like, couldn't have timed it better at all because I literally just crocheted an entire basket of ducks in Sweet Snuggles Lite and Chenille Home Slim. And wait, I take that back. This one was not, because I don't have any yellow of that brand anymore. So this one is actually Burnett blanket yarn. And it's a little bit bigger. I sized down on my hook that I normally use to try and get it to be like the same size. And I think, I mean, it works. But I normally use a 6.5, with Bernette blanket, and I was using a 6 with Sweet Snuggles Lite. But anyways, so what did I do? Well, I decided that I wanted to give this new yarn a try. If it really indeed is like Sweet Snuggles Lite, I think it will be my new favorite yarn. So I went and I ordered some. Yes, I know. I wasn't supposed to be ordering any more yarn, but I think I'm gonna do like maybe a no yarn buying thing maybe in August. So yeah, I ordered. But here's what I did. Because I knew like what colors of Sweet Snuggles Lite and Chenille Home Slim that I had, I just ordered like colors of yarn to fill in the gaps of what I needed. So like I bought some yellow, and then I bought some of their bright red. I bought some brown, and I totally forgot to buy green. Just kicking myself. Because I found a coupon that worked with the order. But then I went to place another order and the coupon didn't work again. I don't remember what the coupon was that I used, but if I can find it, I'll drop it in the description box, because I think it gave me like 15% off of my order, which was nice. And then I tried to use it again and it didn't work. So I forgot to order green, but then I thought, well, when they released their new colors, there's supposed to be a mint color, which I don't need because I still have mint in Sweet Snuggles Lite. So, but when the carrot color comes out and the other mustard colored, I think it's like, it looked kind of like, I think it's called mustard. When their new colors drop of the plush yarn, then I'm just gonna place like a small order, because I have no green. I have like zero, I have this green, really dark green, in the Sweet Snuggles Lite. So I feel like it was a sign, you know, that I had just done this challenge in Sweet Snuggles Lite and Chenille Home Slim, and then literally the day that I'm recording this video after I finish the challenge is when they dropped the new yarn. Like, it just seemed serendipitous. That's a big word for me. Serendipitous. I am pretty impressed with the number of ducks that I got crocheted. Now, I will say this. I do have a few skeins of this Sweet Snuggles Lite and Chenille Home Slim that I still just don't like. Let me show you. Let me find it, because it gave me issues. And for the most part though, all of the yarn I enjoyed crocheting with for the most part. But this one was really bad. Like, it was very thin and it shed like way more than some of the other ones. And then like the pink, for some reason, is very dense. I mean, look at the size difference of these two. Same hook size, same brand of yarn, but like this one is just, this was tough to work with. But out of all of these, there was probably only 2 that gave me issues of a lot of shedding. I mean, yes, granted, this kind of yarn does shed more than Bernette blanket, but I just feel like it makes the plushie so soft. So soft. So how many did I really make? Let's just count them together. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, and 23. Yep, 23 rubber duckies is what I crocheted in a day. I definitely think that I am stocked up on rubber duckies now. I think I had made like 2 others. So I think I'm up to like 25 maybe. I guess we'll find out in the July recap, my monthly recap of what I crocheted in July. We'll have a total number of rubber duckies that I have as I'm throwing them back into my basket. But yeah, I normally don't like crocheting multiples of things, but I have to tell you, like, doing it this way and making an entire basket of rubber duckies in a day was not that bad. I think the anticipation of like not knowing what color you're gonna pick next out of like the little bowl of animals, and then having just so many different colors of rubber ducks to choose from made it kind of fun. I mean, I honestly, my wrists were fine. Like, I didn't have any wrist pain after crocheting this many rubber ducks. I will say that the kitchen did not get cleaned yesterday. And yeah, I didn't do much else around the house because if I did the math on it, each duck I think takes about 30 minutes because, you know, putting the eyes on, stuffing them, like crocheting the body was about 18 minutes. And then adding this is probably another 2 or so minutes. And then stuffing and others, you know, and putting the eyes on, I'm going to say is another couple minutes. So I'm guessing about 30 minutes. So 2 an hour, right? So I probably spent a good almost 12 hours in total working on these. I think I crocheted 3 of them while walking on the treadmill. And the rest were, I was watching TV with my husband and I crocheted some. Anytime I picked up my crochet hook, I was, you know, working on this on rubber ducks. I ran out and ran a few errands and things like that. But yeah, it was a day of crochet for sure. So I wouldn't do this challenge every day. But my husband made a good point. He was like, because he was asking me, he's like, why'd you make so many rubber ducks? Like, what is going on? Because like I said, I don't usually crochet multiples of things like this. And so he pointed out, he's like, well, how much do you sell those for? And I was like, well, normally $10. Like, that's what I had been selling them for. And he goes, and how many did you make? And I was like, 23. And so he did the math on it. And, if I continue, if it was possible to crochet, 20 to 23 rubber ducks in a day, and then of course sell them all in a day, and sustain that, it would be I think he said $73,000 or something a year, which obviously is not feasible, but gives you an idea that, even if you did half that and you crochet 10 rubber ducks in a day, it's a little good side thing, but would I consistently crochet 20 rubber ducks in a day? No, I would not. I do think I would probably get tired of crocheting that many rubber ducks in a day, but this challenge was fun. I am definitely going to do another market prep challenge type of video. This definitely helps with inventory, because in a day, a little over a day, I was able to make $230 worth of inventory, which is awesome. I will say that when I get that new yarn order though, I will be making just some more plain yellow ones, because I think these are the only 2 yellowish ones that I have. And then I have a gold one. But yeah, it was a fun challenge. And using my little bowl of animals, and I had just pulled out all the rubber ducks, and used them to decide what color, because a lot of times I just don't know what colors to do. But it was a fun challenge, and I'm definitely ready to start working on some other crochet projects. But I guess my next question for you guys is to drop in the comments what other kind of market prep challenge should I do, or what would you like to see me do. I know I have a gummy worm challenge that I'm going to do at some point. And then the only other one that I remember somebody talking about was frogs, because frogs are good sellers. So we could do something with frogs, maybe, I don't know. So anyway, drop in the comments what other type of market prep challenge you guys would like to see. And I guess that's going to do it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye. With that, we're going to go ahead and jump into the footage. How many ducks? Duck in a day. I can't even talk. How many this ducks in a day? So I thought I can't see. Okay, maybe I should raise this up.